Hey everyone, it's Christopher, Mono County Library Director and co-host of the Oxygen Starved podcast, and I'm back with another Book Talk Friday where I'm going to chat up a couple of great books you can get from Mono County Library collections, one old and one new. Now this time, I've chosen a couple of novels that pose some interesting questions, so let's just dive into the old. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. Now this is classic science fiction. A lot of you already recognize that it's the basis of the popular Blade Runner movies. It was published in 1968 and like a lot of sci-fi is set in the distant future. And in this case, Philip K. Dick sets it in the year, say it with me, 2021. Now, do you want to know how one of the world's most influential sci-fi writers envisions the year we're currently living through from 50 years back? This is the book for you. I'll read a little bit of the blurb. By 2021, the war has killed millions, driving entire species into extinction and sending mankind off planet. Those who remain covet any living creature, and for people who can't afford one, companies build incredibly realistic simulations of horses, birds, cats, sheep, even humans. Immigrants to Mars receive androids so sophisticated they are indistinguishable from true men or women, and fearful of the havoc these artificial humans can wreak, the government bans them from Earth. So driven into hiding, unauthorized androids live among human beings undetected. Rick Deckard, an officially sanctioned bounty hunter, is commissioned to find the rogue androids and retire them. But when cornered, androids fight back with lethal results. Fun blurb. The book poses a couple of interesting questions. You know, along with Arthur C. Clarke's 2001 A Space Odyssey, this is one of the first modern sci-fi stories to really delve into that notion of what would happen if machines or robots gained so much intelligence in their system that they basically became self-determining, taking the big questions and decisions away from their human creators. So think about it. Today, I drive a car that has cruise control that automatically slows my car down if the one ahead of us is going slower. And I'm fine with that. But I also know that there are now self-driving cars on the streets, and I'm not sure I'm yet in a spot where I can get into a moving vehicle that is driven by a computer I can't see. Now, another big question that this book poses is what happens if machines become so human-like that they are basically indistinguishable from us, including in the romantic sense? What would it take for someone to be able to be attracted to or fall in love with a robot? In other words, how far does empathy go? And empathy is a big theme in this novel. The story is a gritty one. It's basically an urban noir style thriller. The bounty hunter in this story could almost be interchangeable with the private eye from an early Raymond Chandler or James Cain novel from the 40s or the 50s. I won't say a whole lot more other than to point out that the connections between Philip K. Dick's 2021 are provocatively on track with the 2021 we are currently living through. This is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. Now let's talk about the new. Kazuo Ishiguro's Clara and the Sun. I was so excited when this came in. Brand new, still has that new book smell. Now, Ishiguro's written a number of novels, most famously Remains of the Day and Never Let Me Go. He is also the winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. I think he's a writer that can take truly fantastical situations and make them achingly beautiful, and he is as well a master at observing the very personal thoughts and motivations of people put in confusing or impossible situations. In Clara, he has created an android narrator, an artificial friend that is for sale, and this narrator raises some of the same issues that Philip K. Dick did 5 decades earlier. Let me read just a short portion of the blurb. From her place in the store, Clara, an artificial friend, watches carefully the behavior of those who come in to browse and of those who pass in the street outside. She remains hopeful a customer will soon choose her, but when the possibility emerges that her circumstances may change forever, Clara is warned not to invest too much in the promises of humans. In this book, Ishiguro looks at our rapidly changing modern world through the eyes of an unforgettable narrator to explore a fundamental question. What does it mean to love? Now, Clara, as an android, is solar powered, so she kind of worships the sun, hence the title. She starts out for sale in that store and then is ultimately purchased by a family as an artificial friend for their child, Josie. Won't say anything more about the story. I will tell you, reviewers are loving this book and they're loving Clara in particular. The Atlantic calls her his most luminous character, incandescently good. She's like the kind, wise beasts endowed with speech at the dawn of creation in C.S. Lewis's Narnia. Positive words indeed. Now, Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go is one of the few books that has made me cry in public. I will tell you, in Clara and the Sun, in a story that delves into whether artificial intelligence can have emotions will certainly prove that readers of this book still do. Now, this is Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro, and this is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. Of course, you can get these at Mono County Library. There's a lot of other books you can come in and browse for now. We're open for limited on-site use. In the meantime, stay safe and happy reading.